Welcome back to the Rogues Gallery. Today we're going to be taking a look at Roguebook, a deck-based roguelite. One of many. Although this one is alright. It is a game about some people trapped in a book. I think that is the extent of the story. So first off, we're going to need to pick a hero. For a little variety, we'll play with some characters that aren't unlocked originally. So we're going to play with the Ratman and Aurora the Turtle.
Hello there, young one. All
They
right,
both have
let me finish my tea.
a few unique gimmicks. Well, let's actually get into the run first. So once you beat the game for the first time, you can unlock a bunch of modifiers, and you have to beat all the modifiers to really beat the game. But just because I want to show it off, we're not going to use any. We're going to play the base game. Modifiers are things like picking up gold hurts you, there are no sight towers, stuff like that. So the main gimmick with this game,
Let's go, Grandma.
is that there's a
Watch your
map.
mouth, rat boy.
We'll grab our treasure and start us off. So all of these blank squares can be revealed with the use of ink, which we have 5 of. We're not going to use it right away. I think right away, we're going to check our deck real quick, see what cards we have. And then we'll get into a battle. So there's not a lot of surprises when it comes to how the game actually works. We have energy over here on the left. We start out with 3. We have cards. Each character has different cards. Aurora is blue. Safer is black or red, either one. And then we play them. Much like Slay the Spire, enemy intent is displayed above them. And let's see. Looks like we'll need to defend a little bit. We'll play Absorb Soul, which does a lot of damage and heals on kill, but unfortunately we didn't kill. Also, like Slay the Spire, when you defend, you get certain armor to protect you from attacks. Alright, so Wall of Mist to block. Rain of Fish. This is an interesting card to start with. So it attacks a random enemy 8 times for 1 damage. And then you increase the number of attacks every time you draw the card. So it gets better over time. Let's focus on this guy for now. Rain of Fish has the potential to be a very busted card if I can get the right upgrades for it. So right now my deck is small, so it'll show up a bunch of times. Let's defend again, and we'll do a strike. Yeah, so not a lot going on in this battle. It's just a basic slugfest. In the next few, we'll talk a little more about the different characters' gimmicks. But for now, I'm just showing off the basic attacks, defense, and a few special cards that you start with. So once we beat an enemy, we get some treasure. We get a gem. These are special gems, the ones that glow. And we get some more ink. So let's head over to one of these towers. We'll reveal... Ooh, that's a health consumable. That's pretty good. So we'll grab this page, which is a meta currency. Helps us upgrade things over runs. And whenever you touch one of these towers, you reveal more stuff. These boxes are basically draft packs. We can choose whether we want a card and pay some money for it. I like to keep my deck small, so I don't think I'm going to take any of these. None of these are really jumping out at me either, unfortunately. So over here we get a gem. Gems are special items that you can slot into cards to give them additional abilities. So for example, if I wanted to upgrade my strike here, I can put my gem in it. And now this card attacks for 10 instead of 7. Gems play a big part in making cards absolutely busted if you can get the right ones. Here we have an artifact. Sometimes these are assigned to specific heroes, but most of the time they're just go in a generic pile up here. Let's draft another card. Disintegrate is interesting. You know what? It costs a lot of energy, though. 3 whole energy. Let's skip it. You can use these runes of sight to reveal things on the map, like that way down there that I'll never get to. And before we... You know what? Screw it. This is an elite battle. Let's do it. Alright, so character gimmicks. One of them, for Safer here, is that when he takes damage, he gets rage. And rage is the bar beneath him. Once he gets max rage, his cards upgrade for at least 1 attack and do different and special things. Aurora's gimmick is that once per battle, you can click on her, and she will be fully healed. Her cards are a lot of repetitive attacks, like Rain of Fish, a lot of stuff for defending, and some stuff for summoning allies, which we might see. Alright, I should probably defend here. Safer's cards, they're a lot of summoning allies, sacrificing health to gain block or attack, and taking advantage of his rage. Alright, this guy is gonna mess me up. Rain of Fish. So yeah, my cards right now aren't fantastic, I would say. Rain of Fish, like I mentioned, very good. It's doing work. Otherwise, though, I just have a pretty standard suite of attack and defense. I was hoping I'd draw Rain of Fish and win, but unfortunately, not quite. So we'll just defend. Alright, so now he's got into Rage. So notice this card has become slightly different. Now I can draw 3 cards instead of draw 1 card. And I attack for slightly more damage. Not that I need it, because I can just Rain of Fish. Alright, we got another gem and a brush. You always get a brush for being an elite enemy. Normal enemies drop the inks, the ones that reveal straight lines or just one square at a time. That's not bad. See if we can get some more cards. None of that is really what I want. Ooh, we found a well. So wells increase our energy.
Of the gods.
Sort of. So like the first well you get will increase your energy on the first turn. But the more wells you get, the more energy increases you get on subsequent turns. So whenever this hero plays an ally, gain +1 power. Nobody's playing allies right now, but we'll give it to Safer. Still nothing really good. Hailstorm has the potential to be good, but only with certain gems, so let's skip it. Let's see what we got at the shop. This guy sells things. He sells gems and he sells artifacts. Ooh, Battletoads. So this card could be useful. In fact, just to show it off, let's grab that. And then we'll grab the breeder. And then, after a little healing, take on the boss. Alright, so the boss is the spider. Not a big deal. Let's talk about allies. So one of the unique things about this game is that you can summon allies. Some cards can be used to make these little guys at the bottom. So this guy, whenever I summon frogs, I summon twice as many. So now I'll play my frog card. I have 20 frogs. So they will do 20 damage every round, although the thing about frogs is every turn they decrease in size. So I'll do 19, 18, so on and so forth. Also, this is gonna hurt, but oh well. So Spider's gimmick is that every time he hits you, he lowers your damage. Rain of frogs. Ooh, Battletoads again. I wish I could had the energy for that. Yeah, our frogs are gonna put in some real work here. Summon some more. I think we'll summon even more. And they're easy. So we get a bunch of treasure, we heal all our wounds. Alright, let's do Chalice from the Palace on Aurora.
I had one of these ones.
We're gonna give her a bunch of frog cards if we can. Yeah, I think that's good enough. So you also get a choice of picking 3 cards when you beat a boss or a crystal. And it's almost always best to take the crystal because 3 cards is a lot of cards to add to your deck. And deck consistency is when you have less cards, you have a better deck usually because you get the cards you want. And even though these are some really good cards, I want to keep the deck small. I do, however, want to use this crystal on... Where is it? Battletoads.
Very well.
So that'll make Battletoads cost less and less as the fight goes on. We'll see what's at the shop real quick. Nothing too interesting. Ooh, this is what I've been looking for, the Blood Garnet. Alright, so this makes attacks deal bleeding damage. So if we put this on Rain of Fish, for example...
Interesting.
Every time it hits, it will inflict bleed. And because it hits a bunch of times, it's going to inflict a lot of bleed eventually. Alright, so these guys aren't too big of a deal. The only problem is the one in the back who has stealth. I can only attack him once I've killed the other 2. Let's do a little Battletoads. Not great, but she'll be fine. So one thing I didn't talk about, but is pretty obvious, is whenever you defend, you move that character to the front. So a lot of the game is making sure you have your tank in the front and your damage in the back, or allocating your characters correctly to take hits. Right? And of course, Aurora heals up. So we're still in good shape. And we get explosive pigment, which makes our brush reveal more tiles. We'll grab this card, Familiar. Whenever we draw it or play it, we get more frogs. So we're all in on frogs at this point. Also, we unlocked a talent. So talents are special perks you get when your deck gets big enough. So I have 16 cards now, I think, which means I get my first talent. So it kind of encourages you to make a bigger deck, even though a bigger deck is not necessarily good. None of these talents are very good, though. So let's go with Stoicism. We'll get 4 block every turn until we shuffle our deck.
Interesting.
A thief. So this guy steals one of your treasures, and he's way down there, so I'm not going to get him. You have to find him, and you get your treasure back, plus an additional treasure. Ooh. Another one of these. What do I want to reduce the cost of? Let's make our frog cards cheaper.
I like it.
All right, we'll draft a card. Another rain of fish. Nah, I think I'm good with just one. Trance, that lets you draw a bunch of cards. Aurora, one of her other gimmicks is that she has certain cards that allow you to deal damage or defend based on the number of cards in your hand. But since we're not really running that build, we'll ignore that. The Doom Scythe inflicts bleeds on all enemies, sure. Alright, let's fight the elite. This guy kind of sucks. Every time you play a card, he deals more damage. So now we can attack. Nice. Excellent number of frogs.
That one tasted good.
That wasn't so bad. We'll give Aurora the gauntlet. Give her a little more power. Heal up. And I guess we can explore down here a little bit. I'm gonna skip on Toadsplosion. It would let me summon more frogs, but I have plenty of frog summoning cards already. So instead, let's fight a boss. Get the toads up. Nothing great here. So this boss has a few attacks. He can move your characters around. He can scramble your draws sometimes. And he can occasionally inflict status effects like Tripped, which makes cards cost more. is not great. So when a character dies, you start drawing cards to revive them. If you play 5 of these revive cards, they come back.
Light.
Oh wow, am I just barely... Oh no! I think I'm 1 short. I can't believe it. No, the bleed is gonna kill him.
Thank you for your help.
Barely got it. That was pretty good. All right, we'll take the urn. And our gem bag is full because I keep forgetting to use my gems. Okay, last chapter. We're gonna speed through this one. First, we're gonna check the shop. They sell real good gems at the end, like this one that makes things cost 3 energy less, and I cannot quite afford. Although I don't know what I'd use it on anyway. So we're gonna cheat a little bit and just skip everything. Although I guess we can unlock some towers, see if we can find extra energy around. There we go. All right, I lied. We're gonna get into... No, we're not. Forget the cup. We're going into the boss. All right, these guys can be a problem. So their thing is, when you kill one of them, the other one does something. So if you kill this guy's brother, he starts shuffling wound cards into your deck, which are useless cards. And if you kill this guy's brother, his power starts going up a whole bunch. For now, though, you know the drill. We're summoning frogs. I probably should have upgraded my cards at some point with all these gems I have, but oh well. How should I defend? Probably like this. Yeah, that'll do. Oh no, this might not be looking good. Yeah, Aurora's gonna kick the bucket. I think no. Ooh. We're not gonna make it. Sadly, we died on the last boss. We got close, but we couldn't quite make it. We do get some meta currency though, and level up our characters. As characters level up, you unlock new cards for them, so that's nice. And yeah, that was our run. I think I'm going to leave it at that. That was Roguebook. It's not too bad. I think its main flaw is that you have to play for quite a ways until you get enough meta currency to start unlocking good cards and interesting modifiers. Because at first it starts out, you just have like basic strike and defend cards, and it's kind of boring. But once you do a bunch of runs, you actually unlock the fun stuff. Other than that though, that's all I gotta say. We'll see you next time.